morning, America. I'm Deborah Norton with the Channel 4 Action News. We have a breaking news update on the recent events of the so-called Little Rock Nine. To Denise, live on the scene.
Thank you, Deborah. As we already know, 9 colored children in Little Rock, Arkansas have attempted entering Central High School just about 3 weeks ago. These children go by the names of Gloria Ray, Terrence Roberts, Elizabeth Eckford, Ernest Green, Melba Pintillo, Delmo Mothershed, Minnie Jean Brown, Carlotta Walls, and Jefferson Thomas. On a recent update, Arkansas Governor Orville Faubus has ordered the Arkansas National Guard to prevent the 9 from entering the high school. All President Eisenhower has said so far is to uphold the Constitution, but to avoid possible bloodshed in Arkansas. Now, as we wait for President Eisenhower, here are some words from the staff and students of Central High School.
Miss, how do you feel about these conflicts occurring in your own school?
We need to stop these crazy kids from taking over our school.
Well, okay. Miss, how would you feel if you had to go to school with colored children?
Ew, gross.
Well,
All right.
oh, it's Principal Miller. Principal Miller.
Listen here, ma'am. You and your friend need to go back to wherever you came from. This is a private matter.
What about you, sir? Do you think the colored students will show up?
If I got anything to do with it, they won't show up. Well, I think it's a breaking point of the school integration. I just don't feel that they have a right to go to school with them.
I have today issued an executive order directing the use of troops under federal authority to aid in the execution of federal law at Little Rock, Arkansas. This became necessary when my proclamation of yesterday was not observed and the obstruction of justice still continues. It is important that the reasons for my action be understood by all of our citizens. As you know, the Supreme Court of the United States has decided that separate public educational facilities for the races are inherently unequal and therefore compulsory school segregation laws are unconstitutional.
These 9 African American students and many more will now be attending white schools all over America, changing our lives forever. This is Deborah Norton from Channel 4 Action News signing off. Good night, America.
So you're probably wondering how all this desegregation began. It began with Superintendent Virgil Blossom proposing a plan, the Blossom Plan, to start with Central High School and slowly expand desegregation to other schools. Later, it was replaced with one very similar that more closely met the standards set up by Richard B. McCulloch and started September 1957. The second part would begin 1960, opening up desegregation to some more schools. The third part would begin shortly after, without a time frame, and would include most of the city schools. This plan was brought to National Association for the Advancement of Colored People branch of Little Rock and got mixed reactions. Many liked it, but wanted some changes. They wanted African American students to be placed in Horace Mann and gave whites the choice of attending Horace or Central, thus proving they did not really want desegregation. This wasn't okay with the NAACP, so they filed a lawsuit on February 8, 1956.